good morning, world, or diabetes world, or whatever. It's Mike, and we're out in our I think it's called Burn Creek Ravine Park, or something along those lines. And yeah, during the summer, I thought I'd come out here and do our chats. And then as it gets colder, we'll go inside for the winter. But, it's a nice area out here. Um, Even when it rains, it's still nice. It's always so peaceful, even when people walk through here. And so it's today is Sunday, but tomorrow will be Monday, and this is when this will be posted. So I thought today we do our little chat on resting. Brittle diabetics need to have their rest so you can get the best out of your body when you need to. Now, years ago, when I was growing up, there was always the saying, sorry, somebody came by, but out of the 24-hour period, you had 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of play, and 8 hours of work. Now, work could be anything. And, that's sort of a good program to follow. You don't want to get overtired because your body's going to try to get a homeostasis and, it's going to release, it's going to be fight or flight, and you're going to get more sugar, and then you're going to get more insulin. Just take out the treat bag. And then you're going to have problems. So, what do? Well, you follow that program. Now, I'm not saying you can't go out and have fun once in a while, but that means either before or after you get some downtime. And you get to sleep. Now, while it's important for diabetics to get to sleep, it's also important that you don't oversleep. Now, even if you can't sleep, be quiet, lay down. There may be other reasons why you can't sleep. I think I told you on the last video that I forgot to take all my high blood pressure pills for a day. And of course, I was up, not feeling well, I couldn't get comfortable. And all of a sudden, things happen. Because once I took the pills and my blood pressure came down, I was able to rest. But if you've had sort of your 8 hours of rest, get up and do something, whether it be clean the apartment or because you don't want to become a slave to diabetes. Now, if you're out and you're having a party, went out fun and you got home at 2 in the morning, well, make sure you sleep till at least till 10. And then you can do something, but don't always do that sort of thing. Now, years ago, I got into trouble. And, I worked for 7-Eleven. And I spent many years there. And I tried to do a graveyard shift. And I would always be on graveyards. And I, go home and try to sleep. And some days I'd be so exhausted. And other days it's kind of like, what can we do? And then you get a Friday off. Friday, Saturday, or 2 days off together. And you would try to get up and do things, and your body just says no. And then if they ever split your days off, you're going to have to stay up all night. And, if it's a Wednesday, who's going to want to go out and do anything with you? So graveyards aren't the best for a brittle diabetic. At that point, I didn't know I was a brittle diabetic. Now I know. That's why I have Nico. That's why I can be low. But you've got to take care of you first. And somebody's having a party, or, you know, oh yeah, you want to go to the party. But if you haven't taken care of you, slept well, have a chance to sleep. So getting up, partying, and then going out to work is going to put a strain on you. And when you put a strain on you, you're not going to be able to take care of yourself. No one said, oh, well, can I have diabetes, please? But I always kind of wish I had diabetes when I was a very small child. When I got it, I was 13 years old, and you know what? I wish, by that time I had learned all my techniques. Oh, yeah, I could stay up late. I can remember staying up late Saturday nights watching Saturday Night Live, but then we had to get up and go to church. But then we couldn't really do anything because, Sunday was the day of rest. Now, it doesn't mean that you really push yourself the whole week. You should have some fun time. Get out, go for a walk, do something relaxing for you. Now, some people say, oh, well, I don't really want to do a YouTube. Well, we're not saying you have to get up and do YouTube, but you need to take time for you. Now, this is going to be hard for a young crowd because, you work all week and then you go out and you party Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday you're just drained. And, oh, it's Monday morning. Monday morning is such the drag. Oh, yeah, it could be a drag. I didn't mind getting up Monday morning. Or whatever was the start of my week. It could be a Wednesday morning. It could be a Tuesday morning. But I didn't really mind it after a day off because I took time for me. I enjoyed my job at the time. Now, because of the diabetes, I'm disabled. Because I don't know when I'm going to go low, and I can't have sort of job. For example, I can be left alone in the store because I could have a crash, and if I was confused, then things could happen. And, when I was with Save-On, I would end up giving him more change. And, I had a couple of great managers there who would, if somebody complained or they see me kind of wavering, they would make sure I got a break, or, said, I'll make sure Mike gets a break. And I would eat, and then I'd be fine. Because when I wasn't low, my cash was spot on. So, your work will suffer. Or, if you're going to school, your school will suffer. And I know everyone wants to party. Everyone wants to have a great time. And by all means, go out and party. But take care of yourself. Because if you don't, you'll have problems. And, you know, everyone says, oh, yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll be able to handle it. Just a little tag, and we'll talk one day about brittle diabetes at work. And people don't want to tell people that they're diabetic. Well, you need to tell someone so that if something happens and you're acting weird, they know, and they're not going to sit there and say, oh God, he's acting weird. Some diabetics, when they're low blood sugar, are very belligerent. So you want to protect that. You want to make sure, you have enough liquids, sleep, correct medication, eating right. Diabetes is always takes first priority. But with me, I don't say that's it. If someone asks me, "Hi, Mike, describe yourself," I don't say, "Oh, I'm a diabetic." Diabetes is down at the back. But I don't let that importance of watching your blood sugar, diminish from you. Now, yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah. No, the day before yesterday. Friday night, I went home, and because of that, I didn't get the rest. And, I kind of went out all day because even though it didn't work, I didn't want to sleep all day and then be up all night and get that routine out of place. And last night, oh God, my head hit the pillow. I was zonked. But you have to be careful with you. While diabetes can be in the back seat, it is not forgotten. So get your rest, relax, get some time for you, and it should be done on a nightly basis. If you work nights, then go home, rest, sleep, and then get up and do something. Don't sort of just be work and sleep, because you don't have any fun. Just try to do things in moderation and do 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of play.
Hi, you two.
Hi.
Everything good?
Sorry, someone came by and I had to chat there. You need to do something on the weekends. It could be going out with friends. That's great. But make sure you rest. And because if you keep your day busy, you can get into a normal cycle. Yes, a weekend, yeah, you want to relax. Sleeping in is fine. Just don't sleep the whole day away, because that will affect your diabetes. I know it did for mine for years, because I would sleep, get up, go to work, come home, sleep, get up and go to work. So remember that, just try to implement all these things into your life. Don't let diabetes take control. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.